It's In the Field Radio, y'all, on 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie, Independent Radio.
I'm in the field right now, and it goes a little something like...
Welcome to In the Field Radio, 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie, Independent Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with Miss Lady D.
What's going on?
I feel like we haven't recorded in forever.
Forever?
Basically that long. It feels good. It's been a while. I'm going to jack up the intro, but I don't think that happened.
You did it perfectly.
Oh, thank you. No, it feels good to be back, man. It's been a while. We were busy putting on that festival that got postponed. I had a bunch of nonsense going on. So, In the Field Radio kind of had to take a back seat for a minute, but I'm happy we're back at it. I wish we were back at it in the station.
I know. Yeah, somebody was asking for an interview and they're like, when can I come down? And I'm like, he.
Well, somebody else asked for an interview today and I was like, well, because obviously with your situation, we can't accommodate in-person interviews anyway.
They can wait till next year.
The only thing I was thinking is that we could have you on Zoom and do the interview. We still have to pre-record it, obviously, because I can't go in the station because I'm not vaccinated. But we could always have people on Zoom and then record it, and that way, at least I'm in the face-to-face with them in our studio. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I could cast you onto a screen so that way it's like you're in the room.
That's so cute.
That's what I originally wanted to start doing, so that way we could do video, but then you were like, I'm getting deployed again, and I was like, you know what? Let's just take this next 6 months to figure our lives out.
Right.
No rush. We're not going
anywhere.
What if
Lady D doesn't come back to New York?
Well, Erin Boogie's planning on leaving New York, so we're going to have to address that.
You're trying to go far. Who told you to go far?
Who?
You.
Oh, where were you trying to go? Like a neighboring state?
Yeah.
Oh no, I like Connecticut.
See?
I have friends there.
I was like, you know what? Maybe I will pay $400,000 for a condo. Maybe.
Just a condo? That's a lot.
Well,
I'm trying to wait for the market come down to some sort of reasonableness.
It's a expensive area.
What area? Tell me you're in Greenwich. Looking in Greenwich.
Yes.
I knew it. I know my bougie stuff.
Hey, it's only an hour from the city.
It's that close to the city? Well, yeah, I guess it is. It's down farther. How far is it from Dutchess County?
I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't care. I was just I literally typed in Connecticut cities near New York City, and there was 5. And I only looked at the ones closest. Norwalk and Greenwich I looked, and I think I kind of looked at Stamford too, but they were all mad expensive. Now there's Bridgeport. I think I looked in Bridgeport before, but people were trying to say Bridgeport was
it's a little bit hood.
Yeah,
they're right.
Look, Greenwich is closest and probably the most expensive. It's literally only 60 minutes.
Listen, so I enjoy architecture, so I like looking at housing listings anyway, but we're also looking for a house. And I had a conversation with one of my friends because her daughter is about to graduate in 3 or 4 years. So they've been looking because they would like to get a house too. And we were both saying that the way the housing market is in New York is neither of us might be able to afford to stay here. Not for not wanting to, but it just might not be feasible to buy a house here.
Yeah, I was also looking in Queens, oh yeah, what if I go back to Queens? And bro, it was $500,000 for the hood.
Yeah, and that's 200 square feet.
Yeah, you basically need $1 million.
Sounds about right. I look in the city every so often, and I found a townhouse that I liked. Guess how much it was?
How much?
Just guess.
Wait, where?
In Manhattan.
And what was it?
A townhouse.
$50 million.
That's exactly how much it was.
Yo.
Not only was that a amazing guess, but that's a ridiculous price point for a home.
I saw that. I was like, what?
I guess, we got billionaires fighting it out going to space, so nothing shocks me anymore.
Are people buying the houses? Because I really considered it. I was like, listen, you know what? If my job is a good job, I might be willing to do $700,000-$800,000 for one of these spots. But it would only be if I would be able to ultimately sell it at some point. Like, well, I'm gonna keep it forever.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, I guess at like a $50 million price point. So that townhouse was also done by famous architects and like had previously been owned by like Vanderbilts and stuff. So it had a long history. It's actually owned by a consulate right now, or something to that effect. I can't think of off the top of my head who owns it right now. But $50 million for a place in Manhattan, I don't think will depreciate as much as like some of these houses up here that you buy for $700,000-$800,000 that are really only worth $600,000 but are inflated because of the housing market right now. Like, and that's what happened the first time around when that housing bubble burst. It was exactly what's happening right now, is that people were scooping up these houses for these top dollar prices, and then the market gave out, and so they had these really high mortgage prices that they couldn't afford, and then things went into foreclosure. I know someone that scooped up a really nice house for like $400,000 or $500,000 that had previously been like an $800,000 house. I know somebody else that sold a house. They had to sell the house in divorce that they had spent like $650,000 on, and then totally renovated, and they sold it for $400,000. So when the market is really high and volatile like this, it can be negative in the future.
Now, why was I looking every time I start looking in the city, I start looking up because I get depressed. And I feel like there was really nice houses where I came from. Well, I did not come from there, but where I was just living in Middletown, not so much. It's like a ghost town to me, but like Fort Jervis, there was really nice houses for not a lot. And I was like, well,
what is the price point?
Like, I was seeing 3-4 bedrooms, 2-3 bathrooms, and it was like maybe 400,000, 500,000 is really, it was like really nice houses.
So let me tell you, I have two things to segue off of that. First, I'm going to tell you how in Georgia, in the suburbs of Atlanta, and I'm talking like 20-30 minutes from Atlanta, you can get those same houses for like $200,000. So it's like literally half the price down there. And then I was in Middletown the other day for like the first time ever, and I thought of you and you weren't even there.
Oh.
Adams is building a new location there, so I got to go to the construction site.
Why?
Well, because my cousin works for Adams, and usually we hang out on Thursdays while Titan is in school. And my cousin was like, I have to stop by the construction site real quick. And I was like, Middletown? Like, that's not quick. That's not like up the street.
No, it's an hour.
Yeah. So he was like, do you want to take the ride out there? And I was like, okay. Because what he had to fix was only like 20 minutes. And if he didn't fix it, he was going to have to be out there at like 6 a.m. the following morning and not 9 a.m. So he was like, I would rather take the drive now than wake up early. And I was like, you know what, I respect that. So we went out there, and then we went and got dinner at Chili's, and it was like the coldest Chili's I've ever been in my life.
Like the AC was bumping?
Yeah, like I wished I had my winter jacket on.
That's so fun.
It was so hot outside, and I got in there and I just saw like, it felt like I was gonna be an ice cube by the time I left.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I was thinking about moving to Connecticut, so where I would be like in the middle of like my guy and my hometown, kinda, but I don't want to move to the hood of Connecticut. He's all amped about being able to come visit New York, and I was like, oh, you want me to stay in New York?
Well, is your main tie to New York like the fact that your dad's here?
Yeah.
So I respect that, because like my mom is here, and I'm like, bye. Well, like, she's not buying me a house or paying my mortgage, so I have to go where I can afford it. And if down south is where I can, you know, get the most bang for my buck, that makes sense. Because the other thing around here in Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey is the taxes are really high. Same thing down south. They're a fraction of the price.
Wow.
And they hit you with that income tax differently down there, too.
And like, you know, what we do is like virtual, you know what I mean? Like, it's like we could like work remotely, so we could kind of live anywhere, because I know people say the trade-off is, well, you know, look at how much they pay people down there. And
well, I'm gonna take my New York job down there because I work from home anyway. Let me tell you, I have to go to the office for the first time since September. I've almost made it a year without going there.
Oh no.
But now that I'm the only one there, I feel like I have my own office.
That's cool. So are you excited a little bit?
No. No, because the trade-off of being the only person is that you're the only person. So it's like I don't have human interaction here and none there.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? It's the same.
Yeah, like who wants to interact with like supervisors and stuff?
Yo, basically my coworker is my dog and he just sleeps behind me the whole day.
Harlem, best coworker ever.
Literally the laziest. I told him the other day, like, I might put Central Hudson in his name if that's how he's gonna act.
Because he let the moth go?
Yo, he's so awful. He was chasing bubbles before, now he can't even be awake.
Aww. That's so funny you say that because I've been blowing bubbles in this room.
Really? I found them today at Stop and Shop it was like a big thing of bubbles for $1. I was like, this is perfect for a child.
Oh my god. Yep, I'm in this room being childish. Well, I got them for a going away present because there's a pool at the base that I'm going to. And
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean, there was a pool at the last one.
Was there? I felt like, I don't know, in my mind you were like living in a sand dune.
No. And this base is a little more built up than that one. Like I'm
That's
in an
good.
actual building, you know, because I'm a sergeant.
Okay.
Peasant that sleeps in a tent. But
Sergeant Bell.
so
You should change your name to that. Forget Lady D, you're Sergeant Bell.
Sergeant Bell, Sergeant D, Lady Sergeant,
Yeah, we're gonna call you Sarge.
Sarge, the Sarge, the Lady Sarge.
We have to put like the sergeant thing on like what do you get like for when you're a sergeant? Is it just like stripes or
Yeah, you just get stripes.
we got to put like the stripes on like the microphone?
Oh my
On the
god!
on the
like the
logo.
patches. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Well, I think that's really cool.
So I got bubbles. I got pool floaties. A noodle. The noodle had to stay in my car because I didn't know how I was going to transport that. But I brought the pool floaties and the bubbles. So I was in here bored and I was like, let me blow bubbles. And they're really good bubbles for the dollar store. Can I just say that? Like they got them from the dollar store and had a long wand and it was actually blowing out a bunch of bubbles. And I was like,
Can I tell you that you're not the first person that said that?
really?
Yes, somebody else said they were like, you got to get the bubbles from the dollar store. They're the best. They're the best quality bubbles.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Now I'm about to go to the dollar store and rack up on bubbles.
And then like when they went all over the room, and went on the floor and went everywhere, and they were still bubbles for a second. I was like, really? You're still alive?
It was like snow and bubbles in your room.
Yeah, so fun.
I'm here for this. Let's get into some music because we've been talking for mad long. We have an interview with JustoVelli.
We had to catch up.
I know. That's okay. We can come back and talk about more things.
Okay.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie here with Lady D.
What's going on?
And we got JustoVelli in the building.
Hey, Mr. Two Chops, Justo Big V Belly, we here.
Well, you're kind of in the building. We're kind of on Zoom.
We it sounds like that. It's spectacular still. I feel honored.
Those pandemic challenges continue for us, but also made more difficult by the fact that Lady D is across the country.
Right. Still in space from the backdrop. She on NASA status.
The Space Force.
Oh no.
The
Not
Space Force exists. Yeah, I seen patches from it. I was like, what? Okay.
Yes, it's a funny show on Netflix too, just in case y'all were wondering.
I like funny. What's it called?
I think it's called Space Force, right? Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's got Steve Carell in it.
Y'all literally just said it. Y'all caught me being dumb on air. Damn.
Oh.
Damn, gotta scratch my head to that one.
All right, so let's get into it. For those that aren't familiar, who is JustoVelli?
JustoVelli is the next new king of New York. I could just say straight off the bat like that. I got a lot of heart with this music. It's me and my boy L, the Alfie ENT, Alfie Inc. You know, built it from the ground up. First song's Two Chops. I'm like, yo, bro, I got the banger for you. You want to hit the studio or nah? I rapped to him in the kitchen, and ever since Two Chops, we just been heading the studio and going up from there.
And now you're originally from the city.
Yes, ma'am. I'm originally from the Bronx, uptown 241st on the 2 line.
So what brought you to the Hudson Valley?
All right, so it went like this. Basically, my parents is tired of living in the Bronx. They claimed they wanted a better life for me and my brother, so they moved us out to Newburgh. So we ended up going from apartment to like a 3-family apartment. I was on the top. My grandparents is in the middle, and my aunt was at the bottom. So it was kind of crowded, but it was cool. I was all right with it. I really didn't mind because I was used to it. So we moved out from the city all the way to the suburbs, with this deer popping out the woods. I've never seen a deer in my life. It scared me. I seen a deer. I was like, what the hell is that? I only see that on like cartoons and stuff. But from there, I was basically in Hudson Valley, basically in Newburgh, chilling. And then went into my girl, started talking, boom, boom. And then I migrated out here to Poughkeepsie. That's basically how it went. Graduated high school at NFA.
How long have you been in Poughkeepsie?
For like 3 years.
Oh, okay. You didn't just get here.
No, I ain't just get here, but I've been here.
Boogie. So y'all are like up the street from each other?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm in PK.
Yeah. I was like,
And I live on one side and own the studio on the other side. So somehow you're up the street from me.
In the middle.
Somehow. If I put in the GPS, watch you be like around the corner.
It happens a lot. That's how I ended up with my boyfriend.
I'm weak.
So when did you get into music?
I actually started writing music ever since I was young, since I was like 10. I'm not gonna lie. My parents, they're like old heads. My mom, she loves her some Slick Rick, some 50 Cent. So growing up in the crib, that's all I heard, 50 Cent, Slick Rick. My dad, he loves Hove and Nas. Those are his two artists. He had some Kanye West CDs, some Graduation CDs. We had some Big Pun CDs. So a lot of those was playing on in my head, but don't get it messed up. It wasn't just hip hop. It was R&B too. We had some Ashanti. We had some Prince. We had some Michael Jackson. So all of that, I just love music off the bat. So
hold on. Okay, because those artists, that's not old heads. Is that old heads?
No, I feel old now.
Yeah.
Slick Rick kind of old.
No, Slick Rick is old. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, Slick Rick kind of old with his 20 chains on.
And CDs. Yeah. Let's talk about CDs, because like people don't really bring CDs up anymore, and I love that.
Right. My dad, he was fake like a DJ, but like a DJ in the crib. He nice. Don't get me wrong, he nice. But I always just tell him like, yo, bro, instead of DJing in the crib doing a house party for us, a listening party, why don't you take this and go to Hot 97 and be like the next Phone Flex or something? But he's shy. He like one of those. He like, nah.
Do it on Twitch. Now he can.
Right. I don't think he understands about all of that, but I'm not about to force myself to try to explain to him how much higher of a, like, it's just in the conversation. And mind you, he's Jamaican, full-bred Jamaican, so I'm not even about to have that conversation with him. That's just gonna go left, and I'm good off of it. But CD-wise, we had a lot of CDs. I remember when Michael Jackson, I think it was out of his 50th anniversary, 25th anniversary CD that came out. It had the Thriller CD, it had the Bad CD on it, and then the third CD, it had like music videos on it. Mind you, I used to be obsessed over Michael Jackson as a little kid. Yes. For some reason, like I was obsessed with him. I remember in art class, I took one of my gloves. It was a black glove. I took it to art class. I threw mad glue all over. I took some sprinkler, threw it on there, burned back home. My mom was sick. She's like, why would you do that? No, you gonna make mess all over the house with that little magic glove. Don't you?
Yo, that's a fact. Glitter, you cannot get out of anything.
Yeah, that was all over the house.
I have a question. You said that, I mean, you did a drill song, but you said that's not all you do.
Right, that's not all I do. That's not all I do. Two Chops is a drill song, Reasons is a drill song, but that's not all I do. Like I said, I was raised on bars and songs, like 3-minute songs. So for now, I'm gonna get the attention.
So you got like a grasp of like song structure.
Yes, ma'am. I got a grasp of song structure. Drake, that's my guy. I might cry when I meet Drake. So song structure, listen, man, I got that down. So right now, I'm just trying to get the people ears what they want to hear. Give the people what they want to hear. So I mean, they want to hear some drum, I give them the drill. And then eventually, I'm going to switch it up, shake it up on them, hit it with some R&B type of style or something smooth or actual song. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But right now, we're going to make it lit, make the scene crazy. Like, JustoVelli on the scene. Clee, we here. We're just gonna make it crazy for now. Make the city lit, make it hot. I just want to make my presence so known that you can't ignore it. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Like this. So let's talk about who do you see yourself working with? Like whether they're also indie like you or like, Drake status.
I wouldn't mind working with my guy Tay Sav. Jigular Flair, and just start capping on it, because we been talked about working, but we just never linked up and got it done. But me and Jiggy definitely gonna get it in the studio one day. As far as local artists, I'm not really sure, but I'm sure it's gonna happen down the line. I'm not stingy. My crew, my team not stingy. So we definitely can make something happen. Farther down the line, when I reach Drake status, I'm trying to get a song with Drake, of course. I want a song with I don't even know. You just made me have a brain fart. I got too excited. But Drake is definitely on the top of the list. Drake for sure. Definitely Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross. Definitely a song with Lil Wayne. Definitely a song with Nicki Minaj. All of that. Lil Baby too. Cause I never used to like Lil Baby, but now that I'm listening to him more as an artist and a rapper, he's actually pretty nice. So I wouldn't mind doing a song with Lil Baby too. So
a lot of rappers that people talk about, like even Blueface, like you'll hear stuff that ends up on the radio and you're like, what is this guy talking about?
You know what?
And then you'll hear him featured and I'm like, yo, he got some bars. Like
yeah, what's
He's
crazy
fine,
is
though.
I was just listening to a song earlier and it had a Drake feature on it. And the main artist, who I don't know who this guy was, and it sounded so crazy to me. Not to play him for as an artist, it just sounded so crazy to me. I'm sitting here talking to my manager. I'm like, wow, I wonder how much he paid Drake for that hook, or how much he paid Drake for that. Because when you hear Drake and you hear him, it doesn't really sound hand in hand like you hear Drake and Future. So it's like, who is this person? And it just intrigues your mind just because Drake voice is on it. It makes you want to search into it more. Like, what did you do to get Drake on your song? Or how did that play out?
Have a big old budget.
Right. Like, hey, I was selling my booty for like 9 years straight. I finally made it to 60K. I got this one song. Are you going to do it for me?
He's like, no, quadruple that.
For real. But the song is not bad. It's actually decent. It's listenable. I just love Drake, so I'm here for Drake part.
What are some producers you want to work with?
I could go on for hours. One, Swiss Beats. I love me some Swiss Beats. Timberland, Pharrell, Kanye West. Me and Kanye definitely gotta have like a 24-hour never leave the studio session. Cause I know that's gonna be beautiful. 40, gotta do a session on 40. These are people that I literally like study. Like I love their beats, I love their rhythm, I love how they do this music and how they put it together, how they put the hook and how the beat on the hook sounds different from the beat on the verse. Like it's just so, the music itself is beauty to me. I could listen to an instrumental and start crying just because the instrumental is so hard to me. And people be like, why are you crying? I'm like, the beat, you gotta understand, bro. Music.
yo.
So I don't know, music got a big spot in my heart right now, and forever will have a big spot in my heart. When time seemed bad, music brings it back up. So I will forever love music.
Talk about your music. Talk about Reasons.
Ooh, okay. Recent, I do got a mixtape loaded up. I wish I could play something for y'all right now, but the way I'm set up right now, I don't want to move. I got a mixtape loaded up. I got a Velli on. It's called Velli on Velli, and then I got one called Welcome to the Hit List. My first song in the intro, actually for the mixtape, is my favorite song. I put my all into it. Like I basically told my story of how we made this happen. So the hook goes, times got hard, ain't fuss, ain't quit. Just got in my bag and got in my ish. Just got in my bag and got in my ish. Cause waiting for the bag ain't gonna make me rich. And basically what that meant was one day I just got up. I was like, I'm tired of this. I want to put my all into this. I'm going to just put the pedal to the floor and never give up. Even if I got to just wild out on stage, make myself look like an idiot. I'm going to do it because I want this so bad. I want this legacy. I want this generational wealth for my family.
Are we going to hear more drill on the projects or will they be different?
We got a mixture of drill, hip hop, and a little bit of R&B.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
Wait, so you gonna sing?
I'm not a singer, but I could probably pull a Durkio with the autotune.
Right.
I could probably pull that for you.
We'll allow it.
Sing something for us now.
I can't. I just told you.
We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't put you on the spot.
The autotune set up for me right now. I can sing.
Oh man, see if we were at the studio, we could have done that.
Could have did it. I would have sounded like Bryson Tiller. It would have sounded like Bryson Tiller. I promise you.
Do you have any dates yet for the upcoming projects? Or are you gonna do the Kanye and tell us you have a date and then be like, just kidding?
Honestly, I might pull a Kanye. I really might pull a Kanye because the way that people is asking for it makes me want to pull a Kanye. Even my one friend, I let him listen to the whole mixtape and he just wants this one song. Everybody on my Instagram, Facebook wants this one song to drop. It's called Two Phones. And I done heard it so many times that I'm like, alright, it's whatever. If y'all want 2 phones, I can have 2 phones. I don't even like 2 phones. It's like a toss-up. But every time somebody new comes around and anybody else hears that song, they're like, yo, bro, that's the one. I don't care what else you got in the archives. I don't care what you talking about. If you don't drop 2 phones first, we're gonna fight. That's how everybody coming about me about my own music. Like, yo, bro, if you don't drop 2 phones, I'm gonna have to find you, and it's gonna be a problem because I want to hear 2 phones. I'm just like, damn, can you give us some time?
Well, now I want to hear it. You gotta send it over to us.
I will definitely send it over to you. No problem.
Yay!
I will definitely send it to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all be the first people to have 2 phones.
Yeah, because you're talking this up and it's making me feel like I need to hear it.
Yes, you need to hear it. It is a drill song, but it's not a hype drill song, but it's not a too chill up drill. Like, it's just different. That's how I would say. It just sounds different. And I never understood it until I sat in the house with this stereo on 100 to the point that maybe the people downstairs TV was going to fall off the wall for me to understand how fire the song was. Because I remember the day I recorded in the studio. The day I did it just like an artist would do. It was a freestyle Friday, right? There was mad artists in there. I was in there, rappers, we freestyling. My manager, he nods his head. I'm like, all right, I'm about to shut it down. They didn't even know what's about to happen. The beat plays. I throw on the headphones. 2 phones. Both of them is blinking. The whole, it's like, I didn't know what's going on. Mind you, I ain't mess up on nothing. I one took the whole song. Ad-libs, everything. One took. I ain't mess up on nothing. I one took it. Everybody on the outside, my manager told me, everybody on the outside, they was shocked. Like, they was like, anybody that was doing something in their phone or was walking around, they like stopped and just was staring at me in the studio like I just broke a world record or something or did something spectacular. I didn't understand it. I was in my own zone. I call it Velli mode. That's what I call it, y'all. Whenever I zone out in the studio, I go in the studio and I'm about to kill something. Velli mode. That's what we call it. It's like I'm a robot. So that's why I felt like I didn't understand what was going on. But he was like, yo, bro, that's the one. Everybody after I came out the studio, that's the one. I was like, all right, I can have 2 phones. But I got another song. It's called Jam Rock. Shout out to my boy Primo. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but it's a fire sample and he did what he had to do. And when y'all hear that song, y'all gonna wanna shake a little booty. Y'all gonna wanna walk a little bit. Y'all might want to do donuts in the middle of the street. That's how hype that song is, and that's how fire and legendary that sample is. And he did it so well, and I'm proud of him. And I can't wait for y'all in the world to hear that.
Yes.
I really can't wait for that one.
And just real quick, I want to touch on, because you keep saying your manager. So at what point did you look for management? How did you go about finding a manager and building a team? What are your goals with that? Because not everybody has a manager.
Honestly, I was in the crib. Bro was just on some. I told him like, yo, I'm the artist. You can handle the business. You got a strong mind for the business. All I really know is the music. We started off with 2 chops. He's like, all right, let's see how you do with 2 chops. Let's see how this goes. 2 chops blew up. It blew up on TikTok. I started a challenge for it. How people like showing off their money, flossing, like, cause the song, the hook goes, talk to me like something. I've been trapping all night and finessing the bank. So show me how you got money. Show me your drip, your swag. Show the world how you been finessing out here. Not really like legit finessing the bank, but like if you a hard worker, like you work a 9 to 5, but you still bringing that money in. Yeah.
I mean, those PPP loans, that was lit.
I don't know. People be wilding. I can't talk about that. People be wilding out here.
People about to be wilding out in jail.
Right, wilding out, locked up.
Listening to In the Field Radio.
Hopefully they hear that 2 chops in jail and think twice about it.
Yo.
So boom, he thought of the name from. He just had a daughter. Her name Afia. Named it after her. Put it in blood. So when shit get pop off, she get paid too. Everybody get paid. Keep it in the family, you know. So ever since then, built up the contract, signed it, and ever since then we just been on the grind. Honestly, it's just been me, bro, and a few other people just pushing out work and our ethic on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, wherever we could get our hands on. Like I'm promoting to the point where I just dropped the video Reason. Shout out to my boy Jai, Shot by Jai. You can look him up on Instagram. I don't know how to spell his name fully, but it's SHOTBYJAI. Just look it up on Instagram. He's gonna pop up. Shout out to him for shooting the video. We did it in 2 hours, like literally in 2 hours. Got the whole video done in 2 hours in Brooklyn. Shout out to the bros. Shout out to the brothers for being there. But yeah, everything is to the point where I'm literally copying the link, the YouTube link. I'll go on Facebook and just drop it in everybody comments. People could be in a full-blown argument. Like, yo, I know y'all arguing, but here, watch this video. No, like, it's on fire. It might make y'all day. Make y'all stop arguing. Like, that's all I do now. Just dropping a link everywhere. Putting my name in literally every single media outlet there is. And now I just hit up this dude. I think his name is Jude. He's a Jude Charles. He's does modeling for people. I even hit him up like, yo, bro, I'm trying to model. Can I model? Because I want my face to be everywhere. I want to model.
We want that.
I could probably work that out.
We know you want that. I don't know about the world, but we know that you want that.
I could probably work
support
that out
this.
for you.
On weeks, yes. If you could do that for me, Erin, I would love to model.
We can link
maybe hit the barbershop again one more time, get another fresh cut.
You plugged all these other social medias. We're going to need you to plug your social media and TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff so everybody can find you.
Of course. So Instagram, you start off with Instagram is JustoVe, 2 L's and an I with an underscore. If you want to add me on Facebook, JustoVelli. Just search JustoVelli. I'm a pop up. It's going to be a picture of me and Juicy. Go and see me. And I'm wearing a Cool Cat hoodie. Shout out to my boy Cool Cat. Better than Dior. Better than Gucci, the best new designer out, just super fire. Like the hoodie in my video, if y'all go watch my Reasons video, the hoodie and the pants was sponsored by Cool Cat. If you see the red flag getting thrown, like it's almost like an American flag, but it's all red and it got like a white cat on it. Shout out to Cool Cat. That's all him right there. So shout out to him. TikTok, JustoVelli, JustoVelli and an I. Everything is JustoVelli. If you put JustoVelli in any media, I'm gonna pop up. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music. You know, I'm there. I'm all the way there.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie here with Lady D.
What's going on?
Catch us on all our social media, In the Field Radio. Email us at info@inthefieldradio.com. You can send us love letters. We do read them and we will respond.
Like us on Facebook.
And on Instagram too.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we were saying.
We're saying, okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
We're glad to be back. So have a good night. I'm Erin Boogie, Lady D.
Thanks for chilling with those chicks on Mondays.
In the Field Radio, 91.3 FM, WVKR, Poughkeepsie Independent Radio. Good night.